live on the tube and my eyes look skewy because I've got to look into the camera like this and not at myself like this. It's very strange. So, yeah, so I thought I'd come on today because over the weekend I've made a few decisions. So, decision number one was Sunday. The weather forecast for the car boot was shite, let's put it that way. It basically, the afternoon, Leanne, the weather forecast basically on Sunday said it were going to rain from 7, which when your boot sale opens at 6 is like, puts everyone off. And so I set the alarm. I got up, I looked out window, it was dry because it were like 5. I went back into bed because I thought it's going to piss it down. It's pointless going. I did that thing where what I've basically been doing, the same attitude that I've had all year, like the lazy ass attitude, which I didn't used to be like this. And then I wonder why my eBay shit. And so I laid in bed for half an hour and I'm thinking about this, which I've just said. Hello. And then 5:30 came. They let the booters on normally about 5:45. So I jumped out of bed. I quickly got dressed because I decided, bollocks to it, I'm awake anyway. I'd not fallen asleep in that half an hour, so I might as well go. I had money in my pocket. Let's go. So we gets to car boot. They'd already let everyone on. It only takes 10 minutes to get there. They'd let them on early because obviously the forecast wasn't good. There were when I got there was no queue, like I said, at car boot, and they'd had about 10 cars on, which I've seen more cars when it's been snowing, to be fair. So anyway, wow, that kid is so cool. Sorry, there's a guy walking past the school who was really young and he's like dressed in 1940s gear. He's like 18 or something, which is very unheard of, basically. Anyway, I'm going off tangent here. So yeah, so I thought, oh, I'm not got good hopes for this. But I did really well. I didn't buy a lot of quantity, but what I did get reminded me of the old days. It were like, when you can see something and you've got the time to check your phone, which I fucking never do because I don't have time. I've got to literally get it, make a decision then and there, else if somebody else is having it. I had time to like turn me back on things, walk away, check on my phone, go back and decide what we're doing, which give me like a bit of breathing space because they want that many buyers. And obviously the buyers that buy what I buy can't have been there, if that makes sense. But I didn't even buy what I normally buy anyway, so that's bollocks. But yeah, so I ended up buying like that Sage coffee grinder, what I've got on me Instagram, what I put on my Instagram the other day. That was 30 quid. It has got the container missing, but I've had a look on Sage and containers are like 12 quid. So that's it's a no-brainer because they're like, I think they're 260 quid new. And so I should get 100 quid back. I just thought to myself, my 30 quid's safe even in parts. So bought that. And then from the same seller, this was basically an hour into car boot. I don't even know how this has even happened. I've ended up buying 8 bottles of perfume that were in the bottom of the bag, unused. Now I've put them on eBay. Let's see. I've put them on today. Let's see what happens because I've not had a good thing with perfume this year. I don't know what's going on, but loads of people seem to be able to sell perfume and mine always gets chucked off. But I've put it in the right category. I've put it under new other, which is what it is. It's some of it's new without box, some of it's with a box, but the seal's been broken. I've checked it for fake. It's fine. So fingers crossed. So that were a good pickup. So that is a lesson for me. Lesson is, even if you think it's going to be shit, still go. Unless it's absolutely belting it down when you wake up, then I think you should go. If the forecast is absolutely going to pee it down all day, in fact, I could still go even when it's peeing it down because we've got one at York that's undercover, and so there'd still be sellers there. So really, if I'm going to be awake anyway on a Sunday morning, which I am, I'm automatic pilot now. I get up, so I might as well just go. Hello, everyone who's coming in. Yeah. So that's lesson 1. Lesson 2, or thing I'm going to do different to, is I went on Saturday. I went with Queenie and Tash sell stuff, and we went to a jumble trail. Now this is the second jumble trail that I've been on this year. I ain't gonna fucking bother again. It is just a waste of my time. It might work for clothing sellers, trainer sellers, whatever. I don't know. But for me, it's just a waste of my time, as is charity shops. So I'm going to stop buying from charity shops, stop having days out where I'm tootling here, there, and everywhere, wasting diesel, wasting my time. It's not efficient. I'm not doing it anymore. I'll still do the car boots, but I'm going to have to find another source of stock because, as you know, my main issue this year has been stock. And I was crunching the numbers a little bit this morning, and last year, overall, my average selling price for the year was £27 an item. Out of that £27 an item, more than likely, because I haven't checked this number, but I know what I'm like when I'm buying, at least £20 of that is profit. Easy, if not more. So that wasn't bad. This year, however, my average selling price has gone down to £22. I mean, my ASP last year were bumped up because I had a lot of big hitters. So I sold a sideboard for £1,000. I sold 2 pairs of curtains for £600 each. That's just 2 of the big hitters. I had a lot of 200 plus item sales last year. But it's just pot luck, innit, finding it. I just haven't found anything like that this year. So I've been making up that number on a lot smaller sales. So I need to start thinking about that as well. My average selling price needs to go up. I used to have a rule last year that when I went out purchasing, buying stock, I used to think to myself, will this sell for £30 or more? That was a rule. And near enough, I stuck to that. And I haven't done that rule at all this year. So that is going to come back. Also, like things like, so for instance, say if I buy a load of shit at auctions, I was looking back at an old YouTube video from about 5 years ago. If you want to watch it, it's the one, if you're looking at my lives, it's the one where I've got a blue background and I've got a mustard cardigan on. And I was watching that back, a little bit of it back, and I was buying at auction and a lot of it was shite. But what I tend to do with it, because I haven't really got space to store it here, what I've done with it in the past is I've picked through whatever it is that I wanted out of it, pulled that out, and then the rest of it I've took to charity shop, which is fine. But one, I'm to and froing, picking this stuff up, putting it in my car, diesel. Then I'm going back to the charity shop, dropping it off, diesel, time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the other bits, because just because I don't want them doesn't mean to say somebody else don't want them. It's just not for me. Other people sell this stuff. You know, like I've said before, I don't sell like, chintzy plates and stuff like that, but I know that people do. And so I'm going to start selling job lots of stuff on Marketplace really cheap, because then I'm hoping I'm going to sell it that cheap that it's going to be in and out of the door in a day or two. And money in my pocket. I've not done any work because I've literally, the boxes are already there, taken a picture of it, put it on Marketplace. It takes me 2 minutes. Somebody else is driving, somebody else is coming, then they're putting money in my pocket. Win-win. Let's see how it works. So that's the other thing that I've been thinking about. And what else did I have that I was thinking about? What else was I thinking about? Oh yeah. I also need, for efficiency purposes, so for the last, it's got to be more than, I bet 3 years, easy, if not more, I have used my phone for the photos, and then my phone won't connect to the laptop or the PC. So what I've done is I'm basically doubling my effort because I'm doing the listing, putting it in drafts, sending the listing live from my phone and adding the pictures. So that's just like double the amount of effort that that it needs to be, because I used to do it what I call the old-fashioned way, which is actually more efficient. And I used to take my pictures with a digital camera. I'd have a memory card in it. I'd take my memory card out, stick it in laptop, it'd upload. I'd be doing my listings as it's uploading, and then I'd download the pictures or upload the pictures, whatever you say, from the memory card to the eBay listing. Boom, live, done. None of this farting about, and just think, what am I doing? Why have I done it this hard way for so long? So that's another thing that's going to change. So my question is to people who are camera geeks. I have asked this question before, but I never get a straight answer. What would you say is the minimum megapixels that I need for decent photos on eBay? Because I know there's going to be some like minimum thing where if you don't have it that many megapixels, it won't go on or it won't work. Yeah. So that's my question to any camera geeks, or not camera geeks, but just people that actually know what they're doing, because I don't. Because my mum said, "What do you want for your birthday?" And I've just thought, actually, yes, I'd like a nice camera. So we'll see. It's an absolute ball ache having something for my birthday, because it's my mum's birthday the week before mine. So I buy my mum something and she buys me something. I always think to myself, why don't you just buy yourself something with the money that you're spending on me, and I'll just buy myself something with this money that I'm spending on you? Just don't make no sense. So yeah. What else have I got to say? That's it for eBay. It has been busier yesterday and today, but let us just see, because it's going to die off again. I know it is. It's just like, I think for me, the problem is the new offers to watchers system. So it used to be, I think it were like 48 hours that you sent an offer out. If they didn't accept it, they had 48 hours to accept it. And then it went back on your offers list. Now it's 96 hours. So that's 4 days. It's doubled. And I think because most of my sales used to come from offers to watchers, or, like when you send an offer out and then somebody buys it at full price because it's like sparked the algorithm or something. I don't know. But I think most of my sales used to come from offers to watchers. So I think now these busy days that I'm having is when I'm getting offers to watchers on my offers list. So like this morning, I've done 20 odd offers to watchers. Then this afternoon, I've got 24 more offers to watchers, which is how it used to be. I used to have about 50 to 70 offers to watchers to send out a day. And then on the shit days where I'm out taking no money, there'll be like 1 or 2. So I don't know why eBay have thought in their logic, let's change offers to watchers so that people have got 90 odd hours. No, let's not bother. That's not how offers to watchers works. The idea of offers to watchers is you're saying to the customer, quick, I'm offering you this price for a limited time. You have only got a certain amount of time to buy this item. Otherwise, somebody else who's got the offer sent to them might buy it. Not let's take 4 days over it. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. But when has eBay ever had any logic? When has eBay had common sense? Very rarely. I feel like I might be a local MP and I might be the MP for common sense. Because I feel like all I seem to talk about lately is having common sense. But obviously, having common sense is not common. Obviously, having common sense is very uncommon. I was very confused to why you wasn't on Instagram. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to remember to start doing my lives on here instead of doing it on Instagram. Because, well, I might as well, Anna. Babs, I think it's changed again because it showed my watches was 48 hours and I had up in a double numbers. Oh, well, if it's changed back to 48 hours, then that's good. Because mine seems to have really gone up today as well. Is that what yours has done? Today it's changed. I wonder if they've had a lot of complaints and they've changed it. Because I don't know where they've changed it or where it said that they'd changed it. Somebody told me that they'd changed it to 96 hours. It must have been in an update because I don't even read them updates. I'm going to have to start reading them, to be fair. I don't read them. I just wait till everyone else tells me on YouTube. So I need to start reading them because it probably was on an update. You didn't know that about the offers. Maybe it isn't a thing then. Maybe I'm making it up. It's definitely been talked about in the community that this offers to watchers has gone up to 96 hours from 48. But if they've brought it back down, that makes sense because yesterday and today, I seem to have had a lot more offers to send out, and as a result, had better days. I have got an auction running at the minute, and I've also been sent the £100 off offsite ads, promoted offsite ads thing. I've read through it twice, thinking, right, how does it work? And to be honest, I've done it till the £100 runs out, basically. But nowhere on when I've sent this thing live does it say that this £100 going to come off it. So I don't even know if I've done it right or not. I might be £100 out of pocket. We'll see. But yeah, maybe that's made a difference as well today because that's gone live this morning. And I've got some auctions on as well, but it's just old tat. Oh, that's what I'm going to ask. Does anybody do like a regular, not a stock take, but like a regular review of your own shop? So I've talked about this before, but years and years and years ago, and it always sticks in my head because it seems to be still a thing. It's not a new technique. Years and years and years ago, I spoke to eBay and I seemed to have got somebody who actually knew what they were talking about, which is very rare. But he basically said, you need to get rid of your dead stock. And I was like, right, what do you mean by dead stock? I think this will be before offers to watchers or before like we could see the views and stuff. It will be before any of that. And he said, basically, stock that's been on for years. And this was also before you could end it and relist or end and sell similar. He said, basically, stock that's been on for years, you need to get shut of it because that's bringing your shop down. And at the time, I was like really nervous. And he said, I recommend getting rid of half of what you've got on. He says, you'll know what stock to get shut of. So that's what I did. I got shut of it. Sorry, I'm just reading comments. I'm going to read them in a minute. So yeah, I got shut of half my stock basically. And I had a car boot with the stuff that I took off and happy days. And it did really make a massive difference. But I feel like at the minute, I'm in that situation again. But because we've got all these new tools now, so we can do end and sell similar, which makes the item fresh again. And like with my stuff, I do get sales every week that are an item that has got no watchers, has no traction, hardly any views, but somebody buys it. Because the stuff that I sell, it's not like 10 people want that item. It's just one person that needs to find that item, which is hard, but it can take years. So I just wondered, does anyone have some kind of, ritual that they do every month or whatever to suss out which items are crap and which items are good? Bear in mind, I might not do whatever it is that you're suggesting because I am not good at doing things regimentally, which I need to get better at. Let me just read what you said here because I've missed it. Oh, right. So it did go up. You didn't get a notification, but it did go up. I've had the ads, but still wasn't sure, so I haven't done it. Or the for the £100 thing. Yes, 100%. What are you 100% in, Jessica? When I have time, I do, but lots drops off. Also, don't let items go over 30 days. Yeah. I mean, I don't really. Everything renews within that time because I end and sell similar, like the whole shop basically in that monthly period. So nothing gets stale, if that makes sense. Not all the time, I'll admit. I don't stick to that rule all the time. I use that free voucher off-site offer and limited it to £10 a day, so 275. Yeah. So I did it at £5 a day because it ends on whatever I ended it on whatever the £100. I think it was 20 days in it, £5 a day, 20 days. So I've got it ending on the 10th of November, which is my birthday, by the way. So yeah, I've got it ending on the 10th of November. So it should just do it. But it's 300 quid, innit? It's free £300 advertising, so we'll see. I were a bit miffed that I'd not got that bloody offer. But they've all obviously just realised that I'm not a clothing seller and sent me it. So that's what I'm worried about, Leanne. Oh, that, yeah. But if you'll only use your own money if that campaign, if you've put it on continuous, you can have an end date. So you just need to work out when that money's going to run out and then end it, which is what I've done. 90 days. Let me make. Oh, is it 90 days now? So what? The rollover's 90 days now. Like you used to get charged. So it take off, not get charged, but obviously every month you get so many listings on your shop. And then them listings get renewed every 30 days. So they don't now. Is it every 90 days? Oh, you've lost me. Can't be every 90 days. Can't be. If you don't use £5 a day, you can keep the campaign going longer until the expiry date. Ah. But you've got to use a minimum of £5 a day. So £5 a day is only, if you get 100 quid, that's only 20 days, isn't it? So, and the expiry date is something of December, innit? So if that's what they're doing, basically. They're trying to catch you out so that you end up spending double. Well, I have just taken the free because I'm not 100% convinced that it's going to work, but we'll see. If it does, I might keep doing it, but if not, not. Oh, they get renewed every 30, but you have to sell similar by 90 else listings. Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying. That's what eBay suggests, don't they? It's not a set rule. eBay just say this at eBay Open and everyone's like, oh, well, I'll smell 90. It doesn't actually, it's not, I don't say it anywhere that it's a dead listing, I don't think. It might do now. But it didn't used to. It's getting chocker now. Oh, do you know, this is why I come early. Because it's chocker with parents. The campaign takes a few days to start sending it to Google. All right, okay. And then where does it tell you that you're getting £100 off? Where does it say it? Does it just not charge you when you're checking your fees and stuff? I'll just check it. If it works, it might be a game changer, really. But at a £5 a day, I mean, it's like promoted listings, though, innit? It's the same. How do you know it works? How do you know it works? Because eBay have said these items have sold and we advertise these items on off-site. You don't know whether them items would have sold anyway, whether you'd done that or not. That's always been the contention with promoted listings. It's all right, eBay sending you all these graphs and saying this and that and other about promoted listings, but you have got no idea whether or not that item would have sold without promoted listings the same as it sells with promoted listings. You just no idea, especially with stuff that I do, that I sell, because in eBay's own rules, I shouldn't need promoted listings because my items don't need promoting. Because if you search for one of my items, more than likely that item will be on the first page because there isn't that many of them on eBay. But the problem with that is eBay's search is shockingly bad at the minute. eBay seriously needs to sort that out. I think they've put too many chickens in the fire, or whatever you say. I don't know. That's totally wrong saying, isn't it? Chickens in the fire. Too many summit in the fire, or whatever. They've got too many chiefs. So yeah, and there's too much going on, and now the search engine doesn't even work. The products are being bought through Google Shopping and people are not looking at eBay, just Google. So at least with that one, with the off-site ads, there is a way to trace it. Irons in the fire, that's it. Yeah, at least with that, there is a way to trace it because you know that it's being sold through off-site and not even through eBay. They've clicked it on Google. So that's helpful. Whereas normal promoted listings, to me, it's always been like, well, eBay is saying that it's sold because somebody's clicked on it because it's promoted. But it's the same listings, whether it's promoted or not. It's not on twice. It's not on, that listing is not on once promoted higher up and then once non-promoted lower down. Or is it? Or is it? It might be, because a lot of items that are promoted don't actually sell through promoted. Maybe I'm answering my own question now. Maybe there is a way to surefire prove that it does work. I don't know. Chickens. Chickens in the fire. Oh, what are these kids doing? There's some kids that were trying to climb up a wall to get into school, to sneak in. I don't know why they're trying to do that. Oh, they're going to break their frigging necks. Oh, Christ, let them. They're not my kids, let them. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by children climbing walls. So yeah. So anyway, I've given myself a few things to think about, like strategies moving forward, because if my eBay business stays as it is now, I'll be absolutely fucking fuming, because realistically, I'm putting a lot more work in to something that's not giving me enough money at the minute. To some people, what I'm taking would be decent, but I'm not even on 10k 90 day now. It keeps going up and down. It's just shocking. And we're in Q4, for God's sake. But I know what to do and I know how to fix it. I just need to do it. Oh, also, the other thing that I was going to do is I need to up my listings as well, but obviously not shite listings. So I used to put 10 a day on, and this year for some reason I've said, yeah, I just need to put 5 a day on. It's fine. What? Why? Why have I gone lazy? I don't. I need to put 10 a day on. Putting 5 a day or 10 a day on is just the same. It's just finding the stock. It doesn't take any longer, hardly, to put 10 on, because I'm quick with, might take me 40 minutes more to put another 5 on, if that. Not even. What am I about? Yeah, so another sale's just come through. Maybe that thing's working. I'll have to check it, see if it's actually doing out. Suppose a fiver a day is not bad, is it? If it works. We'll see. Right, so yeah, that's given me some food for thought. I'm going to watch my own video back because I'll have forgot what I said, and I'm going to write it all down, and then I'm going to try and stick to it. I need to simplify my business as well, because at the minute I'm going here, there, and everywhere to find stock, but that will come in time once I've got that basement sorted, because once it's in there, I can do everything in there and I don't need to worry about it. And then I can just shut the door and my house will be clean and not full of eBay bab. That's good, isn't it? I thought these kids were going to come past window then and start swearing or doing this, what they all do. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do once I finish this video. Tomorrow, I'm gonna write everything down in the morning, or I might do it tonight. I'm going to check out some auctions tonight as well. I have got a few that I'm thinking about bidding on. The problem with auctions is the auctions near me are all shite. And the auctions that are decent are all like an hour and a half away, which is fine. But that means I need to take a day out, which is fine because I was taking a day out to go to charity shops and not get anything hardly. So if I'm going to take a day out, at least I can take a day out and go and collect some actual stock. That might actually be better than doing no. Right, I'm going to go. So I shall see you maybe tomorrow.